Thank you for the open, Marcus.
You're welcome. I have nothing to do when I'm at the office. I'm like, might as well start making AI intros for fans of the Diamond open mic, and I even updated my shit for on the go because 1 year anniversary. I might as well go AI and
Well,
don't get no
you know what?
copyright.
You know what? It's the second straight year, and I think we're going to do a drive to the top production mock draft. So we got four of us, so that means we get 8 picks apiece. So drafting for the Steelers, Rich, drafting for the Ravens, Charles, drafting for the Saints and Texans, Marcus, and then I'm just here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm I'm here. I'm Marshawn Lynching because I'm Marshawn Lynch because my Jags don't have a pick. So how we're gonna do this? Rich, you're gonna get the number one pick. You're gonna get 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, and so on. Charles, you're gonna get 2, 6, 10, 14, and so on. I'm gonna get 3, 7, 11, 15, and Marcus, you're gonna get 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So we all have 8 picks.
Hell yeah.
Unless somebody joins in the next 2 minutes.
So here, I here's this. He said if people show up within the next couple minutes, but here's my take.
Sorry.
Here's my take how the draft can be. My opinion, I think this draft coming up Thursday, I think we're going to see more defensive players get drafted than offensive guys. That's my opinion.
See, I think it's going to be pretty even in the first round anyway. I kind of see it. I kind of see it where we're going to have a lot of receivers, a lot of O linemen, a lot of D linemen, and a lot of defensive backs.
Can we tally this? Because I'm gonna give you my tally.
I'm keeping track of
17. I've said 17 defensive guys, so I'm thinking 8 defensive linemen, 7 defensive backs, 2 linebackers, with 7 offensive linemen, 6 wide receivers, 1 running back, and 1 QB. That's my opinion. That's my prediction.
I think the league now, and I know you want to start the draft, Dylan, but the league now is always first round offensive players, however many are there. So I think a lot of the good defensive talent, so I understand why you said that, but I'm already seeing it like in the last little stages here, offensive guys, high as you can get them, Jeremiah Love, etc., high as you can get them. And then I think you'll see a run on defensive players. But the really good players early, especially are defensive guys, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Dress. Oh, Halloween. How wild was your
Ready when you are there, Dylan.
Okay, with the number one pick in the Drive to the Top production first round mock draft, Rich with the Las Vegas Raiders. So, you stop Brady taking.
You see Concepcion wide receiver. I'm kidding.
What's that? You look on the back of the pattern.
Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana.
Okay.
I think the explanation solves itself. So.
That would be a shock if it's not him. That would be the biggest shock I ever saw if it is anything else on Thursday night. That would be shocking.
Yeah, that would be.
No question.
More shocking than Brock Lesnar on Sunday. More shocking than that. That was a shock. Not to go too much there, but I didn't see that one coming.
I had him losing. I just didn't have him retiring. So, but anyways.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later in the week.
But anyways.
Number 2 for the New York Jets. They're going to take – I think it's hard here. I think there's 2 guys really. I think it's going to be David Bailey, defensive end, Texas Tech, outside edge rush, Texas Tech. It could be Reese. I'm not sure they know how to use him. I think this is a much safer pick. Bailey is going to be a great the next great outside linebacker. Like if he was like the Steelers for sure, but now outside linebacker, he's available more on teams. So Bailey, I think, is the pick for the Jets.
Oof. I wasn't expecting you to go David Bailey, Rav. I thought you would have gone Orville Reese.
I love that pick.
I don't know. As good as he is, I don't know if every team knows how to. Again, if it was John Harbaugh, yes, it will work. Robert Saleh, yes. Aaron Glenn, a lot of other coaches, I'm not so sure. As good as he is, I think Bailey is the safer pick.
Right.
Well,
I'm a tech guy, but I agree with you.
Yeah. At 3, the Arizona Cardinals take Orville Reese, pass rusher from Ohio State. And hopefully sack Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold, and Brock Purdy a few more times this year.
Damn, I'm thinking they were going O-line, but okay. Jets need productions now, not in 2 years.
So what? They're going to have. So what? The Jets are going to have a new coach in a few years.
Reese might be too good to pass up if he's there. I could see that as well.
No,
So
and this is where the first 3 I think are pretty obvious, depending on what order you put them in. Now's where it starts getting kind of throwing balls in the air.
So Marcus, Tennessee Titans at 4. Are you taking a particular running back from Notre Dame, or where are you going?
Can't hear
With
it.
Oh, come on, man. I had it. As loud as it can go. Screw it. I played the ding. With the 4th pick. Wait, I got to hold it like the douchebag he is. With the 4th pick into the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Jeremiah Love, running back, Notre Dame. But hold up. Let's rewind it back. If the Saints trade up and they get the 4th pick and they drop 8th, am I still on here or my time is up?
We're going off the
They
order
might-
it's going right now. We can't
Okay,
say trades because they aren't done yet. So we got to
Well,
go in
good.
the order that we have right now.
Well, good. I'll explain that when I get to pick number 8, and we know who number 8 is.
I know who it should be, but that's a different topic for a little later on.
All right. Yeah, but they get their running back, and Cam Ward can have somebody to hand it off to in the backfield.
Okay, Rich, are you all on the clock with the New York Football Giants?
Yep. And with the 5th pick, the New York Football Giants select Spencer Fano, offensive lineman from Utah.
Ooh. Interesting. Ooh, I like that pick.
The best all-around offensive lineman in this draft. Sorry, Rav, I know you got another guy, your eyes on another guy. But this is the best all-around. He can play all 3 positions, and he can play both sides. And this is something that the Giants have to have because they've got to be able to protect Dart, protect Scatterbo, and give Dart time to be able to throw the ball to these receivers.
Plus, Andrew Thomas hasn't exactly been healthy the last few years.
Too. So
And Jackson
that's why they got to go. That's why they got to go line.
And Jackson Dart spent more time in the medical tent, in the blue medical tent, than Sydney Sweeney in a wet bathing suit on Baywatch.
Yeah, I wish I had number 10 because I know exactly where I'd go with that one too. But
Giants are going to be very interesting. I think there's room to move for them. There's a little slippage for the Eagles. I'm not impressed with the Cowboys or the Commanders, so I think they have a decent shot if they can do it right, if they can play it right.
Okay, Raph with the Cleveland Browns, a team you probably despise. So who are you going to give Cleveland right now?
Number 6 pick in the draft for the Cleveland Browns. I think you got to, if you're them, Malioga's still on the board, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you got to do that if you're Cleveland. The offensive line, they got to go ahead and rebuild that. I think Carnell Tate, if he's not here, but I think Malioga, I think is the best offensive tackle in the draft. I think he's phenomenal. I think the thing they don't like about him is he's not body beautiful. He's a bit of an old school-ish looking lineman, but he's a left tackle for 10 years for sure for somebody, and the Browns definitely would take it. I think he's day one plug and play. Outstanding pass rush, outstanding pass blocker as well. Good in the run game as well.
Okay, interesting. You're going tackle and not wide receiver.
I don't love the wide receivers. I don't. I think Tate is going to go high. I don't think this is about right. Malioga, I think, is a top 5 player. You got to take him if he's here.
Marcus, you're going to love me because at 7, I do not have the Washington Commanders taking a wide receiver. I have the Washington Commanders. Thank you. With the 7th pick in the 2026 Driving to the Top Productions mock draft, the Washington Commanders run to the podium and take linebacker Sonny Styles, Ohio State.
Okay.
I think you have to do that one. I think the Commanders, like one of those good defensive players are there. Whoever's there, I think the Commanders are going to take whoever, Sonny Styles, whatever one falls to 7. I think that's exactly right what they're going to do. Styles is a heat-seeking missile, really fast.
Yeah, you're right. Best defensive player available. Yep. All right, this I got to hear.
Well, since we're sticking with where they're located and not moving up, so with the 8th pick into the 2026 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Reuben Bain Jr., edge out of Miami, to replace Cam Jordan. If they were to go up, I would have put Carnell Tate with the Saints, but if they stay 8th, they get in the edge. And we need a big guy. I think he might be the best edge for them to pick up. Outside of anybody like an Arvell Reese. Like Arvell Reese will probably be gone by then. The other guy y'all mentioned might be gone. Or even David Bailey could be gone. So, like, I figured Reuben Bain might be the best fit.
No, that's a quality fit.
I think Bain is the best player in the entire draft. I really like him. Love him. This guy is motor at all time. Like basketball terminology. Rick Pitino always said how much he likes Scottie Pippen because he's on a basketball court and he never gets tired. That's what I see when I see Bain. He's just disruptive all the time, never looks tired, never looks winded, disruptive every time. If you don't put 2-3 guys on him, he's going to kill you. I'm surprised he's actually not going higher. But that's kind of what I'm seeing too, like round 8-ish as well.
Yep.
Rich.
So, with the number 9 pick, the Kansas City Chiefs, who must protect the guy wearing 15, select Caden Proctor, offensive lineman, the University of Alabama. You're on mute.
A big boy. Maybe too big.
He's going to be great for the run game, great for the pass game. He has fast feet. Ty Simpson did not get tackled at one point in time at all last season by a guy that he was protecting him. So, and Simpson ain't the most fleet of foot.
Well, quick question. Can I just say where I had him going since he's already off the board? just for shits and giggles?
I don't care.
I had him going to your Steelers.
Caden Proctor?
Yeah. Don't y'all need a tackle?
We have other needs in the first round. I would have never seen him making it that long. I would have never seen him making it to 21.
Excuse me.
Well, I'll give a prime example because you might be surprised where people will end up. Like, look at the whole, like 5 years ago. Let's talk about the draft 5 years ago real quick. Everyone was thinking, Travis Etienne, I'm sorry, was going to be the very first running back to get drafted, and I actually had him going to your Steelers, but instead y'all got Najee Harris, and then Jacksonville picked up Travis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Proctor is kind of tough to tell where he's going to go. I don't know what people actually think of him. Like, I don't know. He could be much higher. This could be right. He could be much higher than what we think. I think probably late first round, but I'm hearing it more and more that like people are looking at him. So it wouldn't shock me if this was where he went.
I mean, I have Proctor going 23 to the Eagles right now.
He just seems like he's that big body that you can put in at guard right next to old Humphrey and provide protection up the middle and allow Pacheco and those other guys to be able to run the ball a little better.
Rav, you are on the clock with New York's second first-round pick.
Well, it's not the Ravens, but it's John Harbaugh. So, of course, I know who this is. This is Caleb Downs, safety, Ohio State. Downs, I think, this is Kyle Hamilton 2.0. This is what you want. This is John Harbaugh's got to be seeing that, looking at that. John Harbaugh now is taking the heat now. Eric DeCosta, you can't hide behind Eric DeCosta anymore. The word is out that he's making the pick. I think he's the best of the defensive backs in the draft, and I think that's why they made the trade. They want the defensive players as well with the Lawrence trade. They want two really these good defensive players. So I think it's Downs here at 10.
This is awesome. To add to my collection.
Okay. Does that mean I am on the clock with the Miami Dolphins at 11? So let's see. Who have I drafted? I've drafted players from what university at 3 and 7?
That would be Ohio State.
I'm going to continue that by taking the first wide receiver in this draft. I'm taking Cornell Tate, wide receiver from that school in Columbus. I think Cornell Tate is a really good receiver. I'm not sure Cornell Tate's a 1 or even a 2, but he might be a 1 with Miami's pitiful wide receiver group now.
By the way, that's 4 Ohio State guys in the first 11 picks.
I'm glad I didn't have Miami because I have no idea. You're right. They're so bad, like just anything. Seriously, I have no clue.
I was almost considering Longstaff, though.
You know.
Marcus, you wait. I've got a
so
question.
glad I don't have this one. Do what?
I was just wondering, do you want to take the Cowgirl pick? Or do you want Marcus to have both of them?
Oh Lord!
You can go ahead and make
Great.
it. I mean, I know who I would take, but you can
Great,
go and take it.
great. Another one to impress Rich. Oh man. Well, shockingly, I'm astounded. I'm picking this pick because, to be honest with you, I'm not trying to give nothing away, but I'm not going to be biased here. That's all I'm going to say.
You going to take Monsoon Delane?
What number is this? 1, 2, 3,
12.
4, 5, 6.
12.
With the 12th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Mansour Delane, cornerback, LSU.
No, I mean, I've seen a ton of mock drafts that have him either going to Miami at 11 or Dallas at 12. So I'm not overly surprised about that. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's put it that way.
Or it could be
I had
Kansas City, even higher than that. They need a corner bad.
I had an SEC player going either way. Like, if not him, maybe like a Jermod McCoy from Tennessee or something. Or hell, even I don't know. Like, I had like them two in mind.
Colton Hood too, I think, is the Cowboys looking at.
I think Colton Hood's more of a late 1, early 2. But Rich, lucky number 13, the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, and I think this one's another one that Stevie Wonder could see where they're going.
Yep.
Position-wise, it's just a matter of who they're taking. So with the 13th pick, the Los Angeles Rams select Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver out of USC.
That's who I have in my mock draft.
I had Bono.
I was debating between him and Tyson, but
is it that bad with Nakua for them?
It could be.
Is the situation that bad?
Home Slice could be looking at not only like jail, but he could also be looking at sanctions from the NFL. Yeah. That whole personal conduct policy thing. Yeah.
I don't know. Rasheed Rice.
He could be in some deep doo-doo, man.
I don't know. Rasheed Rice has gotten the book thrown out of him, seemingly he's gotten off scot-free for the most part.
No.
They've been had issues. They've been had issues with him, but yeah, like this is everybody's wide receiver. That tells me it's bad. Because he's pretty daggone good for everybody to be saying they're taking a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Rav,
you on the clock.
You get your team.
Baltimore. You already know what I'm going to say, right? You know what I'm going to say.
I know exactly who you're taking.
Vega Loney, Penn State. This guy, easy, the best guard in the draft. I think the only thing wrong here for the Ravens is it's not a center because now you lost Linderbaum and you barely need a center. But this guy, right away, at right guard, is going to start.
How do you say his first name? I had him going to Carolina, but how do you say his name?
Vega Ione. Vega is short for his full name, so we're just saying a lot of times they just call him Vega. And Ione is his last name.
You know who I had going to your Ravens? Kenyon Sadi from Oregon.
Wow.
I think that's the pick if Ione's already gone, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't think any of the teams above the Ravens are going to take a guard. I don't see it.
Why couldn't the Giants take him at 10?
Kenyon's a tight end.
I think the Giants could. I think the Giants want the defensive players. I don't think they need a guard that well, especially like with Reese or Bailey or Bain or whatever sitting on the board. They're going to do that. It's a player John Harbaugh would like, though. I'll say that for sure.
Oh, sorry for my coughs. Tampa at 15. Oh my goodness, this team needs pass rushers more. This team needs pass rushers more than the Boston Red Sox need runs. Oh, maybe the New York Mets need a win. By the way, the Mets win 9 in Queens. Let me see.
Evan Carter just stole a homer from Neil Cruz.
It's 3-3 top in the 9th. Okay, 3-3 top in the 9th in Queens, so never mind. With the 15th pick, I'm not taking another Ohio State Buckeye. I'm going to take, let me see if I can find him. Edge Keldrick Falk from Auburn. The Bucks need pass rushers. And in this range, Keldrick Falk's the best guy. So Tampa gets a pass rusher.
Keldrick Falk.
I actually like Cassius Howard better than him, but I keep seeing Keldrick Falk. I think Falk is, again, I like the guy with the production. I think Falk is more of a project. He's more athletic maybe, but like he hasn't been as productive. That makes sense here.
I was gonna say they needed a linebacker, and I figured you get the best linebacker available from one of the best schools with the best linebackers, CJ Allen from Georgia.
Bucks have a lot of needs. They're another team. Like, it was kind of hard to pick like one thing for them. Like, I could saw the tight end too for them.
I do.
Rich.
No, it's you. You're on the
It's
clock.
you.
Yeah.
I know I'm on the
You got
clock,
the
but
G.
I want to hear his take on what Tampa Bay really needs more. I know I'm on the clock.
Tampa's got a bunch of holes. O-line, D-line. I like that pick. I just don't. They need to go O-line or D-line with their first pick, and then go DBs after that.
I'm about to shut y'all's ass with this one. Okay, the Jets had to have 2 picks in the first round. Y'all said they were going to get a offensive lineman or
Edge David Bailey from Tech.
From Tech. Okay, well, with the 16th, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the 16th pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver from Indiana.
Okay.
I cannot wait to see how these Indiana guys do in the NFL. I really am. I'm really curious to see if these guys are good at the next level. I mean, we're assuming Mendoza will be, but Omar Cooper, Roman Hemby, a lot of these guys, how they do in the pros. That'd be fascinating to see how good they are on the next level. Cooper has been rising in the draft.
Omar Cooper in front of Jordan Tyson?
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, man, ahead of Tyson? Wow. Okay.
Well, I didn't. I went
Tyson's
with
got-
what I wrote. I went with what I wrote, and I figured Tyson would have already been taken.
Tyson's got some injury issues too.
He does.
I had Jordan Tyson going to the Browns.
Wow. Okie dokie.
17. That would be the Detroit Lions. Meow.
I guess I got to make old Jeremy proud on this one, huh?
I have a feeling of who you're going to take for the Lions here, Rich. If it's a certain player from a certain school, you're in the ballpark.
With the 17th pick, the Detroit Lions select Caleb Lomu, the offensive tackle from Utah.
I had a different tackle.
I had Monroe Freeland.
So did I. Another Bulldog.
I thought Freeland, but he's a natural left where Freeling is a right. And, he's going to have to work on the run a little bit, but he's also a redshirt sophomore. I think you're going to see a lot more out of Lomu than you are out of Freeling. I had Freeling dropping to the Eagles at 23.
I think Freeland might take a year or two, but with one of the best O-linemen there in Detroit, Freeland may not have to play. But I think Freeland a year or two could be really good.
Freeling, I think this is good for the Lions. I get it. I mean, Freeling, though, if you want the tackle pure, the pass blocker pure, then you take Monroe Freeling. I think Lomu you could play at guard. So I think that's why that makes a lot of sense. I'm comfortable putting like Lomu in the guard right away. Like, whereas Freeling, I don't know if he's a guard. He's gotta play tackle, I think.
Okay, Charles, you're on the clock with the Vikings.
Well, with Harrison Smith finally retired after 97 years in the NFL, Dylan Thiemann this is pretty easy. This guy is, for instance, like so you want Kyle Hamilton, if you want Caleb Downs, and if you want Ed Reed, you pick this guy all over the field. This guy's going to be a ball hawk in the NFL. Great speed at the safety spot. Great. He's got football instinct, stuff that you can't teach. That's kind of like when I was watching, it was like, oh, wow, like this guy, he's not supposed to be doing that. He's not supposed to be doing that. So Thiemann, I think, makes all the sense of the Vikings.
Okay, now you put me in a box with the Carolina Panthers. Win the playoff teams at 19 now. I'm debating two guys here. One of them is the guy who I picked for the Panthers. The other guy fell way more than he should. Oh, man. Excuse me. I'm going to take Kenyon Sadiq, tight end Oregon.
Okay. I was listening to a couple of guys the other day using the comp for Sadiq of Antonio Gates. That he's listed as a tight end, but he's got receiver skills.
Maybe Kyle Pitts.
Too good to pass up. That type of player. Too good. Like, he's there, and you couldn't need a tight end. You take a guy like that.
Holy crap, what is going on in Portland and San Antonio? Victor Wembanyama ruled out, placed in concussion protocol. Uh-oh.
He hit his head on the rim walking past it.
Whoa.
The unanimous defensive player of the year. No question about it.
That's never happened.
The dude is a freaking beast. I mean, he literally has all the tools. The dude can handle the ball. He can dribble. He can pass. He can do everything. I've got the picks if you want me to do this real quick before Marcus does the Dallas pick. You want me to go through them, Dylan? Since Kenny had asked about that.
The fucking Cowboys again.
We got Mendoza going to the Raiders, David Bailey to the Jets, Arvell Reese to the Cardinals at 3, Jeremiah Love to the Titans at 4, Spencer Fano to the Giants at 5, Francis Mailuga to the Browns at 6, at 7, Sonny Styles to Washington, at 8, Reuben Bain Jr. to New Orleans, at 9, Caden Proctor to the Chiefs, at 10, Caleb Downs to the Giants, 11, Carnell Tate to Miami, 12, Mansour Delane to Dallas, 13, Makai Lemon to the Rams, 14, Vega Ione to the Ravens, 15, Kendrick Falk to Tampa Bay, 16, Omar Cooper to the Jets, 17, Caleb Lau to the Lions, 18, Dylan Thiemann to Minnesota, 19, Kenyon Sadiq to Carolina. 20 is on Marcus.
I don't want to pick Dallas. You keep it. With the 20th pick.
I hear there's a kicker
the 2026 NFL draft. The Dallas Cowboys select Emmanuel McNeil Warren, safety out of Toledo.
Oh.
That's actually not a bad pick.
Isn't Caleb Downs taken already?
Yes.
He is.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, Cooper.
That's why I put him. That's why I put him in Dallas, because I thought he was going to go to the Giants. I had him going to the Giants, so I'll put Emmanuel to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I think the Cowboys could easily take 2 DBs in this draft for sure. That wouldn't shock me at all. They went
the Cowboys need a pass rusher.
They need a lot of defense, period.
I don't know if there's one here.
Period.
You could take Cassius Howell, I guess, but like the better player, the safety. That back end is terrible. But I think you could argue that's a bigger need too. Like their back end is just terrible as well. So 21. That's you, Rich.
I'll take it. With the 21st pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers proudly select Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington.
Wait, over Jordan Tyson? You sure?
See injuries.
I kind of think Tyson's going to slip. I think
I think Tyson may slip out of the first round, to be perfectly honest with you, or very, very deep. Because the thing you got to look at, Adam Thielen is going to be retiring probably after this season. Who is their 3? You've got Pittman, you've got Metcalf. If you can get this guy in there and groom him for a year or two, he can go from being the 3 to the 1 in a couple of years.
Isn't Adam Thielen already retired?
He's still showing. He's showing as a free agent right now, but he has talked about coming back to the Steelers to be their 3.
All right, and I'm gonna get messy here. No Ty Simpson talk at all.
Chargers? Oh,
You want me to be honest with
what do
you?
you mean no Ty
For
Simpson?
the Steelers.
Ty Simpson? Oh, hell no.
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah,
Their
please do, sir.
starting quarterback is sitting behind Rodgers already.
I know you've said that every time. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Marks. Go ahead.
I have Ty Simpson being the very first pick of day 2 to the New York Jets.
I have Ty Simpson going to Arizona at 26.
Arizona's the only team I've heard interested in him. A lot of these teams are passing.
I've only got 1 quarterback in the first round.
Same here. And 1 running back. All right, moving on.
20, I guess, 22, isn't it?
Yeah, the Chargers.
The other All
right, I think like this is low enough where you take Jordan Tyson here. It is a bit of a risk because I don't love him in terms of he's had some injury issues and he's not that fast. He's outstanding though, getting off the line. I mean, for a young receiver, a college receiver, enormously polished getting off the line. He'll triple move a guy and be way away from that DB. So he's not going to get outfoxed by veteran DBs at all. He's really got that going. I think that's what people like about him. But I think Tyson here is definitely worth the risk at 22.
Okay, at 23, the Philadelphia Eagles take for the 15th straight year an Alabama or Georgia player, but this one, Monroe Freely, tackle from Georgia. I can't believe he's on the board at 23.
That's where I had him. That's exactly where I had him.
And I have Freeman going to the Lions in 17. And he might go top 10.
I had the Eagles getting I had the Eagles getting Akeem from Miami.
I think he was getting Kane Proctor.
Akeem Messador, that's who I had going on.
I think this is the default. I think you guys are right. This is kind of the default for the Eagles. Offensive line, defensive line. This is what they do. So for sure. So if there's no real stud that falls, that's kind of where they go. They kind of take the best offensive lineman, the best defensive lineman on the board.
Marcus, you on the clock with the Cleveland Browns. Yay, you don't have to pick the Cowboys.
With the 24th pick into the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Brandon Cisse, cornerback, South Carolina. I'm doing crickets.
I'm writing. That's why I'm not saying anything.
It's spelled Cisse. I guess it's Cisse or Sissy.
I think it's Cisse.
Sounds like a football player in the Premiership. Okay, 25. Unfortunately, Ken's not here. But who you have?
Man.
Wait, the Bayous taking.
Yeah, I mean, I had to do Jeremy's, and now I got to do Ken's. These guys are going to be. I better get it right. Um, you know, man, I'm going to do it. I think this makes sense. With the 25th pick, the Chicago Bears select Akeem Messidor, edge rusher from Miami.
Okay.
Messidor is really, really good. The only reason he's dropping is because he's old as hell. Like he's like going to be 26 as a rookie. So I think teams are looking at that, and that's a problem. I know like Eric DaCosta is a guy that kind of doesn't like that, like just for one. But I think he's fantastic as a defensive end. Uh, 20, it's my pick. So the Bears just had the Bears on the pick. So we got Buffalo here at 26. I like Cassius Howell, out edge from Texas A&M. So I like him. I think this guy is. I don't know if you're going to get the right away great production from him, but he was very productive at Texas A&M. This guy is. I think the Bills scheme, I think, kind of fits what he does. He's like more of the stand-up edge rusher type guy, and he can play in a rotation. The Bills is going to play in a rotation, so he doesn't have to play every down. I definitely think this is a guy who can get you 10, 11 sacks consistently. I don't know if you're going to get it right away because he's got to work on his run game, I think, a little bit because he kind of – but other than that, I think he's really good. Bills – definitely need defense. Definitely need defense.
Well, guys, I'm going to break a rule. I'm going to break a rule that says we can't have trades in the mock draft. I'm going to force a trade come hell or high water with this next pick. The San Francisco 49ers are going to trade the 27th pick to the Arizona Cardinals. And with the 27th pick, the Arizona Cardinals are going to take Ty Simpson, quarterback Bama.
Yeah, we got to keep it in order.
Can I run my pick real quick so I can?
Okay. I'm kidding. Do I have to make this pick for the 49ers? Rats.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm going to take Jerron McCoy, corner from Tennessee, because he's falling way too much. Darn it!
Defensive lineman or edge?
Corner, Tennessee.
Or corner, I'm sorry.
All right.
Houston, we have a problem. The Texans are on the clock. So who are you going to get to help C.J. Stroud?
I'm going to make it short and sweet before I go use the restroom. With the 28th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Blake Miller, offensive tackle, Clemson.
Okay. Not who I thought they were going to take, but okay. Give me the name again.
I figured Blake Miller because Caden Proctor would be off the board. Monroe Filling, I thought, would have been off the board. Hell, I figured Caleb Lamu would have been off the board.
I figured you were going Chase Visonitis out of A&M.
No. All right. Be right back.
What's happening?
Blake Miller, too, also is another guy lately. He's getting a lot of talk, going up these boards. So he kind of like moved up from like good Senior Bowl, like third round, all the way up here. Now he's in a late one. So, yeah, I could definitely see a Blake Miller going here for the Texans. Texans' offensive line is terrible. Whoever it is, they need line. The line has been bad forever.
They need to draft O-line and nothing but O-line in this draft. Nothing but. All 7 picks. What's up, Adam? We're
What's
at the
happening?
27th pick or 28th pick.
I'm just gonna sit here for a minute because I don't know who's been picked and not, and I don't want to be that guy that's like picks the I hate me man. So I'm just gonna sit here.
He
for a
hate
minute.
me.
We already said his name. Like a fantasy.
Who's it on, Dylan?
XFL. He hates it.
You sunshine.
Now I just got to figure out which one of the two I'm taking.
You are Chiefs at 29.
Yeah, I know. I just got to figure out which one of the two I'm taking. With the 29th pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Holton Hood, cornerback, Tennessee.
Let me see. The other Tennessee corner. Okay.
I was debating between him and kid from Clemson.
Avian Terrell.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
Brad.
debating between those two.
Miami at 30.
It's my turn.
Yes.
Ravs in deep thought, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The
So
Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins, like, it's just stink. Period. I think they're the number one pick next year. That's how bad Miami is. KC Concepcion, wide receiver for the Dolphins. Texas A&M. Kind of reminds me of Zay.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like Zay Flowers when I see him. I think he's that type of deep speed. I definitely think he's a little bit more than that, though. He's not just a gadget guy. I think he's definitely could play real receiver. I don't know if this would have worked back in the day, a guy this size, but nowadays where guys can run over the middle and everything like that, he could be as good as Tyreek Hill. I don't know about that, but he's definitely got that type of speed.
Whoa.
Definitely could be possible. It's possible. Guy's got tremendous speed. He's the fastest of all these receivers we just talked about. Certainly, you see like the opposite of a Jordan Tyson. He's just got to get a little bit more refined in the route running.
Okay, 31. New England Patriots. I think the Patriots would love a lineman here. And even though this guy and this team really disappointed and pooped the bed this year, I think Peter Woods is a risk worth taking for New England at 31. So Marcus, yep. And so Marcus, the Seattle Seahawks.
I think the Patriots are going to take Diana Rossini. Whatever position it is.
Cover corner.
Cover corner.
Does that mean Diana Rossini's the background on Mike Vrabel's laptop?
Yeah, she might be a tight end too. You never know.
There you go.
It'd be like Belichick's dog in the COVID draft, right?
Where's Jamie? Where's Jamie when we need him?
He said he had to address the team first. I'm sorry, go ahead.
All right.
Marcus got to wrap us up.
With the 32nd pick into the 2026 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select T.J. Parker, edge rusher, Clemson.
With all the Clemson Tigers to end this draft.
Well, all the other edge rushers are gone. That's all we had left.
Well, you want this
round
one?
Of edge rusher. Oh, he disappeared.
Who?
Rich. He said,
"Whoa, hello.
What were you? What happened? You were telling me something. I didn't.
Somebody threw me out. I don't know. 16 offense, 16 defense.
What about running back for Seattle, real quick? Like the other running back. I think that's a big need for them.
I've seen mocks where they take the other running back from Notre Dame.
Price.
So
Yeah,
who
Price.
ended up getting Love?
Say again.
Who ended up going? Who ended up getting Jeremiah?
Tennessee.
Titans.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of places having them Jadarian Price. That's the kid going to Seattle.
I think it's a big need for him. I think that definitely is.
So,
And plus, they are obviously when you pick a 32nd, you can take a little bit more risk with it. You don't have to, they certainly don't need help on defense. I mean, they certainly don't need like a number one receiver, so they can kind of take a shot at it. They did lose Kenneth Walker, though. That's a problem.
you guys want me to go through the all 32?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to know what you guys did.
All right.
Sure.
Well, we don't want to tell you. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't have to. I mean, I just have to go back and rewatch, I guess.
Fernando Mendoza first to the Raiders. David Bailey, number 2 to the Jets. Arvell Reese, number 3 to the Cardinals. Number 4, Jeremiah Love to Tennessee. Number 5, Spencer Fano to the Giants. Number 6, Francis Maliuga to Cleveland. 7, Sonny Styles to Washington. 8, Reuben Bain Jr. to New Orleans. 9, Caden Proctor to Kansas City. And 10, Caleb Downs to the Giants. 11, Carnell Tate to Miami. 12, Mansour Delane to Dallas. 13, Makai Lemon to the Rams. 14, Vega Ione to the Ravens. 15, Keldrick Falk to Tampa Bay. 16, Omar Cooper to the Jets. 17, Caleb Blouth to Detroit. Dylan Feynman at 18 to Minnesota. Kenyon Sadiq, 19 to Carolina. Emmanuel McNeil Warner to Dallas at 20. Adam, I got the Steelers pick. At 21, Denzel Boston to Pittsburgh.
Wide receiver.
Jordan Tyson to the Chargers at 22. Monroe Freeling to Philadelphia at 23. Brandon Cisse to Cleveland at 24. And Akeem Messador to Chicago at 25. Cassius Howe to Buffalo at 26. Jared McCoy to San Francisco at 27. Blake Miller to Houston at 28. Colton Hood to Kansas City at 29. And Casey Concepcion to Miami at 30. Peter Woods to New England at 31. And TJ Parker to Seattle at 32.
Now, I was kind of joking about Rossini and all that, but I think in seriousness, I think Brown going to New England, I mean, is that everybody's saying that that's going to happen? Is that after the draft, you think, or could that still happen on draft night as far as that goes?
It's going to happen in June.
AJ Brown?
Yeah,
it's going to happen
so.
in June because Philly
They're
would
waiting
like
for the new
to
year.
run off the cap hit if possible. It's going to happen in June.
They're waiting for the new year to start, right? June 1st.
Yeah, well, June 1st, you could take less of a hit on the cap if you actually do it then, whereas if you get the full cap hit, if you do it now. They could keep him. Just saying. I mean, I don't know why. Philly's a weird place. Philly fans are just goofball. I mean, who wants to run out a Super Bowl winning quarterback except in Philadelphia? Seriously.
AJ
This
Brown
is like the
call
third
out
one.
anybody. You don't think he's going to call it Drake May if he's not throwing on the ball?
So what if he does? He's a great receiver. I think like there are some coaches that just don't like that, even though all wide receivers do it. They're not going to put up with a T.O. or AJ Brown or whatever. I don't know what he's even upset about, AJ Brown. Like he has like 1,000 yards every year. So what exactly production is he missing?
AJ Brown's upset with his quarterback.
For what reason?
He sucks.
Not throwing the ball to him enough.
That's what I was just saying.
Brown wants to catch 100 balls a year plus, and he's not going to in that offense. Not as long as that guy that wears 26 is back there. Is he going to catch 100 balls in a season?
He might not even catch 100 balls in New England.
Yeah, he would.
You have a better quarterback and a better.
New
With a
England's gonna
more
have
offense, with a
New
more
New
passing
England's gonna have
oriented head coach. Huh?
They're going to have a harder schedule this year.
Even more reason why they're going to pass more. But you got
He
Josh
had-
McDaniels in there who's going to want to throw the ball a lot.
Even with Henderson and Stevenson.
Yeah.
He had 78
Yep.
receptions, 1,003 yards receiving, 7 TDs, and he missed games.
Right.
I
But he
don't
wants to
think-
catch he said before he believes he should be catching 100 balls a year.
Okay. I mean, I don't. Yeah. Again, that whole thing is weird.
I don't get it either, Rav.
I mean,
don't
that
get
whole
it
thing. Yeah. And somehow they're angrier with Hurts. Some people, which is even crazier to me. I don't understand why they need to do anything. But that's just me. And he's going to a place. Yeah, I don't think he's going to catch 100 balls in New England for sure. When has Vrabel ever had
I'm with you.
a guy
Rob.
like that in New England or Tennessee?
I'm with you.
But Josh McDaniels has.
I don't think so. What, New England?
Wes Welker, Randy Moss, Julian Edelman, all 100 receiver catch, 100 catch receivers.
Okay, let's look at the
all three of
quarterback.
them.
Okay, let's look at the quarterback too.
Yeah, like
Any quarterback can throw 8-yard passes. I don't care. It doesn't make you the GOAT. Anybody can throw 8-yard passes, which is what
That's kinda my
Welker and
point.
Edelman made careers out of.
Welker was a slot guy. Edelman was a slot guy. That's why they got so many balls. Like, and they threw all the time. Didn't have a run game. Like in New England, it's even last year you saw it was distributed. Even as good as Drake May was, there wasn't one guy eating all the time.
What do you got, Dylan?
I have a couple questions for you guys, not trivia. One,
Well, before you do that, let me do one quick thing. Just because Marcus brought it up before the draft, I got a breakdown here. 7 edge rushers, 7 offensive linemen, 7 defensive backs, 6 wide receivers, 1 defensive tackle, 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 tight end
boo.
in our first round. So there you go. Go ahead, Dylan.
Couple questions for you guys. One, how early is too early for Jeremiah Love? Because analytically, Jeremiah Love might sign the richest contract for a running back in NFL history if he's top 3 or 4 pick on Thursday night.
I think he goes 4. If he doesn't go 4, I think he goes 5.
I think your question is if you don't believe you should take a running back that high. If you think 4 is just too high for ever take a running back. I'm just not a believer in that.
I think
running backs, like if you get a great player, you take him. Love is a fantastic running back.
That's what I don't know. I'm not sold on Mendoza. I'm not. One great year.
Yeah. Who's to say he's not going to be a franchise? I don't know.
I'd rather. I still think they might take Love in that first pick.
No,
I don't think you have a choice if you're the Raiders. I don't know what else you do. I mean, even if you don't think that, like it'd have been one thing, like if Dante Moore came out, but like now you're kind of left with Mendoza. I don't think you cannot take a quarterback if you're the Raiders. I don't know what else you do.
you can't. Kirk Cousins cannot be your starter. It's just not possible. No, not without Fernando. Not Fernando Mendoza behind him. No, can't do it. The fan base will lose their
I
mind.
just feel Jeremiah Love's a way better pick.
He very well may be. I'm not saying that Mendoza is the second coming of Steve Young or Montana or whatever. I'm not saying that by any stretch. But
Okay, I see it.
I'm from the entertainment value. I'd love to see that because I can only imagine the reaction in the Raiders draft party and from the people if they actually pass on Mendoza. That would be fantastic to see. They're throwing crap at the screen.
I would want to see the Mendoza party. I want to see what happens at the Mendoza party if he doesn't get taken by the Raiders.
2.
Wow. We are not on Facebook tonight. Are we aware of that, folks?
I have no idea. I had no idea. I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry, that's me. That's me.
Dylan, you always put it to your Facebook at least.
No,
Anyway.
I put it on Rav's YouTube. That's how I got 8.
Gotcha.
Do we see a lot of trades in the first round? Because this is an unpredictable draft with maybe one, maybe 2 quarterbacks first round.
I see the Cowboys trying to use both those picks to try and trade up. That's what I see. I don't know if it's going to work, but I have a feeling that that's going to be a talk every pick until it's a Cowboys pick at 12, I think.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think Kansas City's going to try to put theirs together too, to be honest.
I don't know who's there who you trade for. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying if Kansas City could put their 2 together and move up to get one of those real stud offensive linemen instead of going back at 9, if they could get up to 4 or 5 or 6 to get up that lineman,
or 3, and maybe get David Bailey.
Could be. I mean, Chris Jones ain't getting any younger.
I don't think Kansas City's going to be any good. I mean, I don't.
I think the Chiefs are going to be better than your Ravens next year.
Oh no.
Kansas City is probably a team they're
in the toughest division.
They're top 10 except for Mahomes. I think if they are any good, that'll be the only thing that saves them. And I don't know if they have. Have him.
I think if Pat Mahomes is healthy this year, the Chiefs are a bona fide AFC Championship contender, maybe Super Bowl contender.
Why do you think that?
Are you watching the same Chiefs team I am?
Yeah, West is going to be the toughest division to win in, especially with Denver going out and getting Jalen Waddle.
The Chiefs are going to be the 3rd best team in that division when they walk into training camp.
So wait, what's happened to Justin Herbert his 2 playoff games? He's crapped the bed, and then he crapped the bed more.
I didn't say anything about the playoffs, Dylan. I just said they're in the toughest division out there.
I know.
I didn't say anything about playoffs. I just said the Chiefs are in the toughest division out there.
They're still a solid playoff team, though. Even if but I don't know what the poly market is or whatever prize picks, but they're going to the playoffs. I mean, you think they'd be in the playoffs.
And then 3.
Are you sure?
The Chargers, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the Chiefs. I was going to say.
Oh no, the Chiefs are not. Outside of Mahomes, there's nothing. They got rid of their best defensive player. Chris Jones is getting older.
Right.
They need a whole secondary line.
What's up, Paul?
Offensive line struggled last year.
They need a running game.
I didn't even get to that. I mean, there's a lot of holes. Even when they were winning, they won a lot of close games. They had a lot of good luck, etc. I don't see any way that they are back. I mean, Kelsey's not the same player, that's for sure. So I don't see any way that they're better than.
Are there
and not just the Ravens? I mean, it's like a lot of teams in the AFC.
Obviously, Noah Gray stepped up, but I mean, are there any tight ends worth talking about in this draft?
I mean, the Chiefs could take Kenyon Sadiq at 9.
Maybe. I mean, Kenyon Sadiq's the only one that's worthy of a first round even thought. Could the Chiefs take him? Maybe. I think they need more. They need more line help though than bringing in a follower of Kelsey. Like Adam said, Noah Gray's not bad. He could take over that spot. But what was your third thing, Dylan?
My third question: will Ty Simpson be a first-round quarterback?
No.
Did anyone take him?
No.
I think if he is, it'll be a team like the Jets or the Cardinals trading up late to get him, taking the spot from the Dolphins or something like that.
Why would the Jets trade up? I mean, they're not going. I don't
Well, trade up
They've
in
got
the
the
second
first pick
round.
of Yeah, they got the first pick in the second round.
Yeah, why would
Yeah,
they?
I can see that.
If they're
I
going
can
to
see
take
that.
Ty Simpson, that would be their spot, and that way it's a second round pick. And what do the Jets have? What, 3 first round picks?
2 first round picks. Yeah.
2
Two.
first round picks. So their
Yeah.
third pick would be a quarterback, which I don't really know. I mean, the Jets are the Jets.
I see Simpson and Tristan Chambliss both as second, mid-second round guys. I mean, if somebody wants to take a flyer on one of the two of them in the second, early in the second round, that's fine. I don't see either one of them as a franchise QB. I'm not sure there is a franchise QB in this draft. I kind of agree with Adam. I'm not overly possessed with Mendoza. It's just that he's the flavor of the year.
I still think the Raiders should take Jeremiah Love. I do. They have Gente and Love in the backfield. Oh my God, that would be the Detroit Lions tandem all over again.
Yeah, what happens when you stop the running game?
You wearing a different hat?
Okay, well, all you need is a manager at that point to run the offense. And what does Kirk Cousins do? He manages it.
They gave him a lot of money for a backup spot.
Well, from everything
That's the
that
one
I've been
thing.
hearing, from what I hear, they're planning on him being their opening day starter
No,
and having
no,
Mendoza work himself into the starting spot.
no. Mendoza.
Did Cuvis get picked?
Who?
Did who?
Tight end, Josh Cuvis.
No, there was only one tight end. It was Sadiq.
So he'll probably be a day 2 guy.
Probably.
I know Megatron is
See-
doing the Detroit. Does anyone else know of who else is coming in to do draft picks?
Well, the one I did see
see
for you
what-
guys is you're going to have Joey Porter Jr. and Sr. making a pick.
In the first round?
I don't know about the first round, but it'll be there. I think it'll be the first or second round.
Cool. There's a kid. You're talking tight ends. There's a kid that he'll get drafted probably 3rd or 4th round. His name's Michael Trigg out of Baylor.
Paul's
That
agreeing with
is-
me? What?
That is an
What?
awesome tight end. And he'll be very, very good wherever he goes.
Like if you like Isaiah Likely, then you like Michael Trigg. He's got to work on the blocking. I mean, I think more he is an H-back receiver out of the backfield more than a true tight end. But he's got good speed. He's good inside as well. But I don't think somebody might take him in the 3rd round. I wouldn't completely knock me over, but I think he's probably like 4th, 5th, like Michael Trigg.
Yeah, I had him, graded out middle rounds, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there.
I could see a team liking him, though, and really wanting to right fit, possibly taking him a little bit higher than that. There aren't a lot of good tight ends in the draft. There aren't a lot.
From what I hear, there are a couple teams that have an absolute just death wish and want to draft Sawyer Robertson out of Baylor. I don't know why. I mean, the kid can throw it out of the building, no question about it. He can, but his decision making is not the best. I mean, it's
That tells you
not
how
as
bad
bad.
the
It's not as
quarterbacks
bad
are.
as Shador, but it's pretty damn close.
That tells you how bad the quarterbacks are in the draft. Like,
Oh, next year's draft is going to be loaded with quarterbacks. This year's draft doesn't have any. Next year is going to have half a dozen of them that are going to be really good.
Well,
you
Rich,
never
it looks
know. I
like-
mean, we kind of said that this year too. Like, it's going to be this. So I'm not as big on that. I think next year, though, yeah, you probably finally get Arch Manning, and you get Dante
You get
Moore.
Manning, Moore, the kid out of Georgia, Stockton.
No,
You're gonna
Gunnar
have
Stockton's a full 5th round
Nuss.
pick.
You're going to
Next
have
year.
Nussmeier.
Next year,
Nussmeier will come
done.
out from LSU next
No,
year.
Nussmeier will probably be a 3rd rounder this year. Is the 3rd round this year? He's done in
Yeah,
college.
Nussmeier, I
Um,
think, is the 3rd quarterback in the draft this year.
Drew Allar will come out next year.
No, Drew Allen's coming out this year
in
too.
this one.
I thought he was sticking around and coming out next year.
No.
I thought he
no.
wasn't having an agent, and if he didn't get drafted, he was going to come back next year.
That's what I thought too.
That's what I thought.
No, but Drew Allen's already done with college. Same thing with Cade Klubnik at Clemson.
Cade Klubnik has never lived up to expectations.
Oh God.
I will
that's
say
just
this: Rich is right about this. These guys are trying to stay now. There's so much money in college, so it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to go. Go and turn that light back on.
Right. That's what we said. That's what we said yesterday, or I said that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, why do these kids want to come out when they're making millions to play college football and live the college life? Why would they want to come out?
Well, but if these new regulations come through, it will definitely help with all this extra peripheral garbage of them staying in 7-8 years and all that crap. Because you will have one transfer, one chance to go in the transfer portal. The second time you got to sit out a year. And then you're only allowed 4 active seasons of football. That's it. So if you have to redshirt because of an injury, that's fine. But that's the only way is you would get extra time is if you're out for an injury that causes you to miss an entire season. Otherwise, you have 4 seasons and you're done.
What happened was COVID happened. So they kind of didn't want to shortchange a lot of those players who were playing during COVID time. They gave them an extra year. They gave them this and that. So it eventually happened. Everybody started asking for it. Like now we're in 6 years away, and people are still Chambliss is in court trying to get another year and all this money. So, like, yeah, I agree.
What I don't get is how they let them keep doing this. Take a look at TJ Finley, for example, a former LSU Tiger. He already transferred 7 fucking times. And every time we hear he's in the transfer portal, we're like, dude, go get your CDL or something. You're obviously not going to the NFL.
He's just having fun being in college.
And getting paid for
it. He ain't starting. Like, I'd want to go play somewhere and make myself a legacy instead of just – I think he's just for the partying and the money. He's not trying to make a name for himself to try and get drafted in the NFL.
Well, it's like Baylor brought DJ Lagway in. DJ Lagway is not – he wouldn't start for 90% of the teams in the country.
I didn't even know he still had eligibility. Lagway.
Yeah. But
TJ Finley's the oldest player still playing college football. He's like 27 years old.
But remember whenever this whole thing started, Adam, I said right whenever they first agreed to all this NIL stuff and all that it was going to kill college sports. I made that statement when it first happened, that it was going to cause all kind of misuse and abuse of the system, and that it was going to absolutely kill the college system. And it has. College football isn't college football. It's NFL minor leagues.
It might have killed the college system, but it brought a lot of people back into paying attention to college football.
Guys,
but it's the minor league system. It's like AAA for football.
I'm just saying, like it feels like it made people pay more attention to football, college football.
Guys,
it's
we want to close up shop. Wait,
no, we're having a conversation.
No, but one of us is gonna leave soon because he's got a mock draft coming out in 12 minutes.
Who?
Boss Hog or Hoss Hog.
I changed it to 10 o'clock.
Okay, never mind.
Rich, looks like Kumar Rocker got on his right track tonight, huh?
Kind of. He didn't really pitch that well. He had
6 strikeouts through 6 innings and 1 run. That's pretty good.
Well, but Evan Carter robbed Cruz of a home run, of a 3-run shot. Corey Seager robbed Mangum of a 2-run single. So I don't go so far as to say Rocker found it.
We had a better night than normal.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for the Rangers defense, instead of it being 5-1 right now, it'd probably be 5-5 or 6-5 Pirates. So I've been keeping an eye on it out of the corner of my eye.
So if Love
Nobody's winning in baseball, everybody's kind of all together. It was crazy. Like nobody's gotten, it's a lot of 500 in both leagues.
Well,
Marcus is
there's
like,
only
no,
like
my Astros.
there's only like 4 or 5 teams with winning records right now in MLB. We talked about it yesterday, and one of them that shocked me the most was the damn Cincinnati Reds. It's like Yankees, the Braves, the Reds, the Cardinals, and the Dodgers and the Padres and the Diamondbacks are the only teams with decent records. Everybody else got shit records.
Weird.
The Cincinnati
Very
Reds are in the top 5. That is very strange. Still can't get the Reds being in the top 5 right now. With how shitty their seasons have been like the last decade.
I'm still not buying the Reds yet. I think the
Me either.
Rays are off to a decent start, but the Rays are the Rays. The Rays, they've been doing that forever, pulling rabbit out of a hat, making stuff happen with nobody there. That doesn't shock me as much as the Reds.
Well, the biggest thing
Buying the
is
Red?
you got to
Wait, you're not buying the Reds yet?
No, they don't have. I mean, I love De La Cruz like everybody else, but their offense isn't any good, like historically. They don't have any really great pitching either. So they're off to a good start, but I need to see a little bit more before I say anything about the Reds yet.
you've got some really good teams at the bottom of their division.
In the top 2 in the division.
I mean, you look at the AL West, you got Seattle and Houston at the bottom. You look at the NL East, you got Philly and the Mets at the bottom. You look at the AL Central, it's Kansas City at the bottom. The AL East, it's Toronto and Boston at the bottom. The NL Central, I realize all 5 teams are above 500, so that doesn't
Rich, that
really,
AL East is a lot closer than what it sounds like.
Hey,
4 games back.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah,
Adam, for me, I'm gonna bail, guys. I'll see you guys on Thursday for NFL Draft Special. Rich, by the way, I'm thinking about wearing a suit and tie, an actual suit and tie.
Good for you. I won't be.
What do you guys think?
Feel free to wear whatever you wish.
I'm wearing my Saints
draft,
jersey
I'm
like
not
I
sure
wear
yet.
every. Right. I'm wearing my Saints jersey like I do every year.
I'm already in my suspenders.
It don't make me a difference if you want to
And
wear
you can get your
tie.
and you can get your Ravens next flight jersey on the Fanatics link on Bravery Sports. So definitely check that out. The new Ravens jersey.
What's
What
so
do you
different
got?
about those new jerseys? I thought they looked the same.
What do you
Not
got,
a lot
Rav?
different.
Rav, what do
Not
you
a-
got?
The new Ravens jerseys, if you got Fanatics links I have Fanatics links that I put out there. So definitely too, you could go on our Bravery Sports Facebook page or Twitter page and see Fanatics links with the new Ravens jerseys on there if you want to get the new jerseys.
I just got off work, Paul, so that's why I just kind of came on. I wanted to make an appearance.
Yeah. We did go
Adam's gonna
faster
be
than
in
last year, though.
PJs.
What's different about them this year? What's different about them? Do I need to look this up? The Ravens jerseys, are they decent?
I don't think they look a lot different. I think the gold one that they wear, I think the one thing that I had is there's no more home and away jersey that they have. It's all kind of intertwined. That's kind of the vibe I got. They're going to have different helmets on. They're going to have game. So there's no more of that. They're going to rotate 4 different types of jerseys as well. So I think you're going to see a lot more teams do that.
What, they use that black, white, and purple?
Yeah, they're gonna have black, white, purple. They got black helmets now. Like
I like
grayish.
the black helmet.
They always.
Didn't they always have normal black helmets?
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
like
they
all
always-
blue now.
Yeah,
Black
deep
helmets
purple.
with the
helmet.
purple crow outline, the
Yeah.
raven outline.
I'm going to look at them real quick.
Weren't they dark purple?
I thought they were black.
No, I saw they were purple, but I think there must be a different shade. Hold on, I'm going to look. Okay, I mean, these are all right. I mean,
I like that. I like that first one, Marcus. The purple with the like that.
That's
it
their
looks like that
oat.
that magic looking fucking purple.
That looks like their original uniform. The one I'm looking at, it's black and it's got like purple outlines around the collar with black. And now I do see the Crown Royal jerseys where they're purple and the numbers are gold. But I like this. I like this black jersey that's like the numbers are white, outlined in purple, and then around the collar, it's like black and purple stripes. That must be new. I don't remember. And even the little Baltimore seal is black and purple on the sleeve. Rav knows what I'm talking about. And then
Yes,
on the
sir.
Crown Royal jersey, I call it, the patch is gold. That old traditional gold. Now I wish the names would have been gold, but the names are white and the numbers are gold. I can't dig that. They should have made the letters gold too. But that's just me.
What the hell's doing a draft?
Do what?
I just heard the ESPN thing.
That was
Could be a
my
notification.
yeah. That was my notification.
That's what happens when you're doing an ESPN draft. That's what you usually get.
Not me. I get that. Fuck. Oh, here we go. I love this. We're not gonna get copyrighted for this, will we?
Good, and we're just calling up a video to show uniforms. Does this say like a raven in the back?
Yeah.
Underneath the.
Them helmets were sick.
Watch their reactions. I ain't even buzz. I don't care about no distractions.
I like the raven wings around the neck. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's what I was talking about. Oh, that black chrome was sick.
I like those helmets.
Oh, them black alternate helmets are the fucking shit.
Hey, Rab, this is probably the most praise I'll give your team all year, all right?
Oh, them helmets are fucking clean. The black on black helmets are clean as hell. That'd be a collector's item. Like, I'd get a mini helmet of that, and I'm not even a Ravens fan.
And you mentioned music, so now this channel, Driving to the Top, can use Epidemic Sound for their music as well. So you definitely can use that. That's definitely been clear.
Okay, so I've actually did some research on my channel. I've never been flagged or nothing. I have green checks by shit I was copyrighted, so I have a fucking license to like convert shit, but I don't get why it still shows under my YouTube channel when I got thumbs up to, and I got thumbs up for
channel too.
Do you have a license from Epidemic Sound or somebody else where you license the music because you have to license the music?
I have a license from Audifab. I convert
because
from
whatever
Audifab.
you use, you actually have to license like YouTube, Facebook, and I think it's like you have to license it. A lot of stuff like Twitter, Rumble, and stuff like that, you don't need a license with that. So it's free to use on a lot of those platforms as well.
Well, see, my last show, I didn't play no clips, nothing, just to see where it's coming from. I did get a thing Well, I didn't get no alerts or nothing. It just showed copyright. That intro I got from Evan, supposedly that was a rap song from somebody. I don't know where Evan got it from, but that's when I started saying, okay, fuck this, I'm going to go all AI. You know, get copyrighted from AI if you made it yourself.
So I just got a
I
thing
don't
on
know.
my
Not that
phone. I just got a thing on my phone that says the Browns are looking to trade back from the 6th spot. Would that be
So,
too low to trade 2 picks like Dallas? Would that be too low? Or is two trade
Well, they
2
put them
picks
at
not-
12 and 20.
Right, but
Put them at 12 and 20.
would you need a top 2 pick, 2 or 1 for them 2 picks?
No, the draft calculator says you can't. That's too high. The
For
draft calculator says that those 2 picks would go as high as 5.
so
if you
6
put them
would be
both
right
together.
there.
Yeah.
Was that too much that the Bengals gave up for Dexter Lawrence?
The number 10.
Would you have done that?
They
I would have
needed-
wanted a
they
whole
needed
lot
a
longer
lineman.
extension than but I would have wanted a whole lot longer extension than 1 year. They only signed him for 1 year. 1 more year. They got him this year and 1 more year. That's it.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of that. That just seemed like a little rich from my blood, from me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have done it for the number. Now for a 2, yeah, I'd have done that, but not for the number 10 overall. No.
They might have a wink, wink, nod, nod. You know, just lower the cap space, whatever. I don't know the capology there, but like that could be true too. It seems like a lot to give up a guy for 1 year deal that you signed up for. I mean, you don't even have him, so you can't sign him, and then next year you're going in the draft still looking for a D tackle.
In no specific order, can we name the top 10 safeties drafted since 2000 in the top 10?
Say it again.
Top 10 safeties drafted in the top 10 since 2000. There's 10 of them.
2010?
Was Kyle Hamilton drafted in the top 10?
No,
he was like 14 or 15, right in front of the Steelers. Right?
What about Sean Taylor?
He is one of them.
Boy, what a career he could have had. Holy crap, what a career he could have had. Damn.
Out of Miami.
Jamal Adams?
He is one on that list too.
Honey Badger?
No.
No.
I'm about to bounce.
How about How about 2 UT boys, Eric Berry and Michael Huff?
There's R2 on that list.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Michael Huff was terrible for the Ravens.
He was.
The Raiders are not very good with their first picks.
Um,
And if you ask me, Mendoza is going to be on that list soon for not good picks.
he was okay. I don't know if he'd be on this list. Roy Williams?
He was on there.
Okay.
So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need.
I have no idea. I don't know.
With the teams?
I have no idea. Like who's in the top 10?
I'm thinking about this. Is Whitner on the list?
Who?
Dante
Dante
Whitner.
Whitner?
Yes, he is.
I'm just thinking of all pro safeties. That's all. I'm not remembering where all of them were drafted. That's the thing. How many we got left?
4.
Looks like 2.
2.
Right.
LaRon Landry?
Yes, sir. If you get this next one, like holy cow.
Yeah, Rich is like stumped the swagger. I got nothing. I have no idea.
Is he from Alabama?
I have
talking about-
no idea. Like I said, I didn't.
I thought you were about to
Mark
say
Barron?
like
Mark Barron.
You're like the Swami. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, man.
All right, I'm out. I got to get ready for my show.
Marcus, you want to tell
A
us
good
about
show,
your
man.
show before you go?
Oh yeah, at 30 _ENT on X. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and big thank you to everyone who 500 YouTube subscribers for Driving to the Top Productions.
Yeah, definitely. Applause to y'all.
Thank y'all for give y'all the shit every day.
Absolutely.
And now let's get to 1,000. And so again, this is what I got this week. I got in half an hour. I got On the Go Tuesday edition because tomorrow night I'm going to be on Macapalooza with Jeremy, and it's either Huddle Sports or KCB Network, one or the other, on his show, his network, his show. And sometime this week, Rich and I back on the air for Cajun Turnbuckle to recap WrestleMania. That's what I got this week.
We probably go Saturday, probably.
Yeah, and it don't have to be early this time.
And remember, he'll be there all summer.
Brock Lesnar, that was shocking. I didn't see that one. I totally got me good with that.
I saw the loss coming. I didn't see the retirement coming. I thought Gunther was going to be the one to retire.
Apparently that colon, apparently that colon, they snipped 12 inches of his what the hell?
It was colon, yeah, when he had diverticulitis. Yeah.
Yeah, and they said he probably wouldn't even made it to, I know SummerSlam's in Minnesota. They said he probably wouldn't even made it as a wrestler to that event.
Because he was crying on the way down. Like when Obi picked him up, he was already crying before watching this.
Yeah,
that's why he was like, man. So,
yeah.
Well, you know what? I think this has something to do with TKO taking over now. If Triple H was still running the show, we'd have got one more match at SummerSlam. But I think this is a TKO decision.
Yeah, I really, Marcus and I were both talking about that we figured it was going to be Gunther take him out at SummerSlam.
This is his decision, I think, guys. I think this is exactly what he would do. It. He would not want a retirement tour. He doesn't like all that. This is exactly that. This totally smells like something Lesnar himself would decide. He probably told him to kick rocks with all that.
I saw something else today that they said, by the way Gunther just pounds on the back and where he punches and stuff, it would have broken Lesnar down even more and possibly put him in worse fucking hell.
And then
that could be true.
For the lovers and the haters, tomorrow night, the Hogan Netflix documentary drops, and I can't wait to watch it.
You know, they said he lost almost 6 to 7 inches of vertebrae because he did the leg drops.
You're asking. That's a rich.
He compressed. Yeah, he compressed. Yeah. But by the way, A&E's got this thing coming out. The Curse of the Von Erichs. Okay.
I can't wait for that.
Speaking for myself and a lot of the other people that were around most of the time when that stuff was going on, 80% of it's bullshit. I've seen the previews for it. 80% of it is 100% bullshit, as I use a Yogi Berra-ism. Yeah, there will be some factual stuff in there, but there's also some stuff in there that just is not true.
Did you watch the Iron Claw? Did you watch the Iron Claw?
Yeah. Again, there were parts of it that were fine, but a large chunk of it was inaccurate. It wasn't bullshit. It was inaccurate. Some things had a little Hollywood license to it and that kind of stuff. There is a thing called Hollywood Demons that's on, is it A&E or ID or something like that? The first episode of it was on the Von Erichs.
What about Vice?
And it's the first time that I had seen Kevin's wife actually do an interview about the stuff. Both of Carrie's daughters were on there. I've known Lacey since she was knee high to nothing. Never knew his other daughter, but I knew Lacey for a very long time.
Well, he had like a bunch of kids though. He had some sons too, because didn't he have some sons in AEW?
No, that's Kevin. Kerry had 2 girls.
Oh,
Kevin has the boys. Kevin has the boys that are wrestling in AEW.
I think Kerry Von Erich too is one of the biggest tragedies in terms of a guy who could have been a mega star and just really never happened for a variety of reasons or whatever. I don't know. He got the WWE. Vince didn't really like him for whatever reason. It didn't last there. And I mean, the crowds they were drawing in Texas in the 80s were bigger than WWE even. So
Well,
it
a
was
little
unbelievable.
Yeah, but a little inside baseball for you, Rev. Kerry was in a motorcycle wreck that ended up costing him his foot. So this was before he went to WWE, and he lost a lot of his agility, which when he was in world class, he was fine until the last like year and a half. He was in world class, and then when he went to WWE, he was wrestling on one. He was wrestling literally with a prosthetic foot.
No one really knew about it. No one really knew about
right.
it.
Very, very few people knew, and the people that knew weren't saying anything.
And he was also a former
present company included.
He was also a former he won the Intercontinental title. I know that. He was the one that beat Flair at Texas Stadium.
He did. The original David Von Erich Memorial Parade of Champions, 44 minutes 31 seconds. He beat Flair. With the only person to ever win a match with a backslide. Or so it seems.
I don't know if this was true or not. I don't know if this was true or not in that movie, because remember how Fritz had his favorites with his sons. It was supposed to be David fighting Flair before he passed away in Japan. It was supposed to be David Flair fighting Ric Flair, not Kerry. But then after David passed, then he's like, I'm gonna put Kerry. He was the one that was the shot put thrower in track.
It is right. He was supposed to be on the 80 Olympic team. Yeah,
he was on the Olympic team too, and he
would have been a shot put. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would have done shot put and discus in the 80 Olympics.
And they were football stars too. Like they had scholarships from like SMU in Texas and whatnot. I think Fritz played football for SMU.
He did. Kevin was far and away the best football player out of the bunch. But yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be David and Flair. David was supposed to be the one to win the title first.
Yep.
And the way they had it set up originally was that Mike wrestled Flair. Flair was firing his mouth off. Mike was just getting started. And Flair said he can't last 10 minutes with me. So they did the 10-minute match. Mike lasted the 10 minutes. And David was supposed to get the shot. Well, it wasn't 60 days. Maybe it wasn't 90 days later. David's gone. So the NWA decided that it was a toss-up between Kerry and Kevin. And it ended up being that Kerry ended up getting the opportunity and the title at Texas Stadium whenever they did the Parade of Champions. And Kevin ended up wrestling with his dad and with Mike in a Bad Street match against the Freebirds. Country whipping match. I'm sorry, not Bad Street. Country whipping match.
I went back on the network and watched a few world class matches with the Freebirds and the Von Erichs. Those were classic. I love. How about Michael P.S. Hayes, man? That's my dog. I love Michael Hayes.
Oh, Michael Hayes was awesome. Rap, when you saw Kerry in WWE, you didn't see the real Kerry. If you get a chance to see Kerry from 83, 84, 85, you'll see the real Kerry Von Erich.
I've heard that story where he wasn't quite right in WWE. So I've kind of heard that before. It kind of reminded me of what you said. Another guy, Brian Pillman, was kind of the same guy. After he had his car accident, he had really no business in the ring anymore because he had so many injuries and everything like that. So, but Kerry, like I did watch a little bit of World Class UWF when I was little. Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with. I'm not as I didn't watch as much World Class because that was on like during the week, as I did NWA, WCW, and all that. But Kerry Von Erich, the Von Erichs, they did have like a fake Von Erich for a while too, right? He ran
That
out of
was Lance.
sons. Yeah,
What?
His name is Lance Von Erich. They brought him in after Mike and Chris had both passed away. After Chris had passed away, before Mike passed away. They needed another guy, and they got this guy named Ricky Vaughn. It's not promise, it's not Major League Pun or anything
Yes,
like
it
that.
is. Wow.
Guy's name was Ricky Vaughn, was wrestling in Portland, and they said, yeah, he kind of looks like a Von Erich. So, in fact, I talked about this in the podcast I did with John McAdam a couple weeks ago called Stick to Wrestling. We talked about this exact thing, and we were talking about the fact that it was 100% bullshit, and they completely insulted the fans with the whole deal.
yeah. I heard the fans
were able
were
to see through it pretty quick. Yeah,
really upset about that.
You need to get your boy to holler at me. I want to go talk on his show. Talk about the Attitude Era. If he's down.
Well, he might. Right now he's doing a lot of like 70s WWE stuff. 70s and 80s WWE stuff.
It seems funny, like back in the 80s, car wrecks fucked your careers up. Like not just Kerry Von Erich. Like look at Magnum TA too.
Right.
I mean, we're just now getting to the point where guys aren't dying every few months. I mean, every time you used to turn around, it was Mr. Perfect and Kurt and Rick Rude and Eddie Guerrero, and I mean,
we're doing a lot. They're doing a lot more spontaneous action though back then.
Well, they were doing a lot more drugs back then because they were more painkillers. Kerry, Brian Pillman, Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude. It was because of the injuries, and they didn't have the type of training and rehabilitation and all that kind of stuff that they have now, where they can go into these hyperbaric chambers and the ice and all this other stuff, all these other different therapies that they can have for their bodies to keep them in peak condition. Kerry's biggest problem was the pain that he still had in his leg from the accident, and they got him so doped up and addicted to oxycodone that he was the whole. Here's where the problem came in. He was the day before, or the day that he committed suicide, they were supposed to be coming to his house to arrest him for writing illegal prescriptions, and he was going to jail. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. The man was going to jail. They had him dead to rights. And, the story is, and Kevin has told it, and several other people have said it, that he took the gun and went out to the barn, and there you go. I saw him 3 days before he died. And for a while, I had known he wasn't right. For quite a while. Physically, mentally, the whole shooting match.
I had drinks with Chris Benoit the night before he went loony.
Benoit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they were in Pittsburgh.
They were.
He was sitting at the bar to the right of me, and we were like, that's Chris Benoit.
Well, and I think this is true of, you kind of saw it in the movie. If you ever watched The Wrestle with Mickey Rourke, and I think that was kind of an accurate depiction of guys. And I think even Bret Hart to this day kind of has this problem, and certainly Ric Flair does. Like, they're not wrestlers anymore. They don't know what to do with themselves. Ric Flair in his whole life has been, he doesn't know anything else in his life. He goes to the ring, he goes to the arena, he has a beer after, he might sleep with some women or whatever he does, and that's his life. And then, like, once that's over, you got to go to real life. You got to get a real job. And I think
he drank like a case of beer and didn't even have a buzz.
Well, he was so big.
No, but Andre the Giant was also 7'4" and 500 pounds. And Andre was just a special breed.
I gotta
But you're
go.
right, Rav. You know, a lot of these guys, it just they don't know. They never knew how to separate. You got to bug out, Marcus.
Yeah, that show starts in 12 minutes. So I'm out.
Gotcha.
Peace.
All right,
Have a
dude.
good show
We'll
tonight,
see you,
buddy.
man. Have a good show. But yeah, a lot of the guys can't separate. You know, there actually is a guy named Richard Fleer that is a dad and a multiple time husband and an uncle and a brother and all that kind of stuff. Nobody ever sees that. You see Ric Flair. You
You
know,
barely even
same
saw it
case
with
with a lot of
Charlotte.
those guys.
You-
Well, but see, in Charlotte, with Charlotte and her personal life, she's Ashley. They know the difference. Which is part of the reason why. And folks out there, if you're listening to this, please, you've heard about it, but please pay attention to this. When you see these folks out and about and see them at airports or see them at a hotel or whatever, using their government name ain't good. It's just not polite, first off. It will get a negative reaction. Use the character name. 95% of these people don't use their government name. John Cena is John Cena.
Kurt
Legit
Angle.
name, John Cena.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. That's his real name, is Kurt Angle. But 95% of these folks, they have a character. And it's sometimes a part of their name, sure. Yeah.
Oh, I can think of one
but-
girl, Mickey James. She used her real name.
Not anymore.
Well, she did.
Well, she's married
actual
now.
real-
That's why.
Her actual real first name is Alexis.
I just looked at her ID when I worked at the airport.
Well, she's
said
changed.
Well, and that's actually a thing. Some of these
Her
guys actually had IDs. Arn Anderson talked about how he actually had ID. Arn Anderson. That's not his name. His name is Marty Lundy. But they
Marty
actually,
Lundy, yeah.
back in those days, they could actually kind of do things like that. They used to do that.
Rav, are you coming on Rich's show on Thursday for
Yes.
for the Ravens pick? I don't know. I don't know how Rich is running it.
I will definitely.
Guys
be
can
there
come in
Thursday.
whenever they want to, man. I'm not going to knock anybody out of it, but I definitely would like folks there for their pick. You know, I don't want Rav to be there until right before his pick and then have to bug out, kind of deal. But yeah, I mean, if you want to jump in for 10 minutes or an hour or whatever, you know, that's cool. Whatever works for you, man.
I will definitely. That's the biggest day for me. It's I try and sell as many jerseys and talk as much football that day. My 9 to 5, I actually take that day off. I usually don't do that much in sports. For take day off, but usually draft day, I'm taking the day off. I'm doing some recording earlier in the day, and so yeah.
I cleared out some space. I cleared out some space, so we got more hours too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we should really only. If the draft starts,
no, I was just talking in general. I cleared out about 20 hours. So,
oh, okay. If I remember right, it's supposed to start at it's supposed to start at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So if it starts at 7 Central when it's supposed to, it should be done somewhere in the neighborhood of 10:15, 10:30.
They are actually shortening the time this year, so that's a factor. Right? So it's no longer 10 minutes in the first round; it's like 8 minutes. So
yeah, and it also will depend
minutes.
on trades. Yeah, it used to be 15.
Almost done.
But also the the number of trades is going to make a difference. Because when there's a trade, the clock resets. You know, if Steelers trade the Ravens with a minute left on the clock, well, now the Ravens have the full 8 minutes to make their deal. So I just hope some of these teams that, like the Raiders, there is absolutely no reason for them to take more than 3 seconds for the Raiders rep to go walking up to that stage.
Jeremiah Love, baby.
Adam, you set yourself up for disappointment, sir.
I'll tell you what, if you're that confident in it, go figure out a way to put some cash on it, because you will make a shitload if it's anybody but Fernando Mendoza.
Let's see.
If Tom Brady doesn't think he's any good, that says something. He's going to fall big time if that miracle happens.
Well, he'll fall out of the first round. If he doesn't go to the Raiders, he's out of the first round.
Jets will take him.
Ravens will take him to back up Lamar.
I don't think so.
But yeah, I mean, it's you could probably get some really good odds taking the field over Mendoza. In some of those sports books. I bet you could get some tremendous odds.
I think Mendoza's the right pick. I just don't know if they have the right people around him. He's not so good where where it can't be screwed up.
That's kind of what I think what Adam's saying.
Hey guys, do you guys want to sit around and BS? Because I got to bug out. This thing's got to go out.
I'm good with bugging out, man. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow.
I'm not being a dick, but this thing needs to go out, and I just wanted to ask.
No, you're good.
But if we're gonna get out of here, you can get me at Driving to the Sports Productions on YouTube, at Sports Talking It on Twitter. Rich, I was looking it up. We'll have numbers tomorrow night on that, and for me and you tomorrow night. Rav, great seeing you tonight, buddy. Rich, I'll see you tomorrow. That's it. I'm out. Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Rav, you want to do yours and I'll close it up?
Oh, yeah, real quick. This week, final mock draft, Bravery Sports Podcast. So definitely check that out on Driving to the Top and Bravery Sports. Final NFL mock draft. We're going to start in the Ravens as well. So we're going to talk about that. NBA playoffs going on right now. Shocking Magic beating Detroit. I didn't expect them to be there. I didn't expect them to win. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Also, too, Birdland Pulse. Our first time we're going to do that. We're just going to read social media comments from how the fans feel about how the season has started. So we've never done that before, as well. And our usual Orioles report that we're going to have. And Thursday night, pre and post for the NFL draft. We're going to start at 7:30. And I will be here on Driving to the Top. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'll be there definitely, at least for the Ravens pick.
Sounds like a plan, man. I'll be doing the draft coverage, and it'll be interesting. Like I say, I did it on the radio for a couple of years, and it turned out really good. And we definitely want folks. This is where audience participation is going to be so much of a key. Getting the questions from the people that are listening and watching and that kind of stuff. That's where it makes it fun, because then we can be going back and forth with them and us at the same time.
So when Ty Simpson gets picked by the Steelers and with the 21st pick, y'all fans out there can go ahead.
I'll hang up. I'll hang up. That ain't happening. That better not happen. They're in Pittsburgh. Do you honestly think that they want to make it out of Pittsburgh? Of course they do. They'll never make it out of Pittsburgh if they take Ty Simpson in the first round.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers will finally sign on draft night too. They've been waiting on that for weeks.
There's been rumors about that he was going to announce that he's coming back on draft night.
Yeah, very diva-ish. Anyway. All right.
Maybe he'll announce he's retiring. There'd be hundreds of thousands of people going, yeah!
Anyway, he just doesn't want to show up to mini camp and all that. I think that's all this is. That's what it is.
Wouldn't surprise me.
All right,
all right, man. You can get me on. All right, buddy. Well, I'll see you Thursday then.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You can get me on Twitter, BigRich8371, on Facebook, just my name, Rich Richardson. Appreciate everybody that's been a part of the broadcast tonight, and check everybody out tomorrow night with their programs. Haas has his stuff, and we've got ours with Steel City Sports Talk and all the things going on Driving to the Top. Until tomorrow night, my name is Big Rich. So long, everybody.